Derby County are reportedly among several Championship clubs eyeing a potential move for Hull City defender John Egan, according to that of P.O. Rook. Now, John Egan is a 32-year-old central defender currently contracted to Hull City in the Championship. But what moves could be available this summer? Now, he does have a year left on his contract with the club option of an extra year with that of Hull City, and he is also an Ireland international. He's valued at €1.5 million as per that of Transfer Market, and as many of you may already know, he is a centre-back. Now, obviously, for Derby County, if they are to be chasing this deal, they are targeting the likes of Stoke City and Wrexham as teams who they wish to be to this deal. Now, in my personal opinion, I find it really hard to believe that Derby County will be bringing in another centre-back after some of the moves we've already made and some of the players we have in the building already. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down below, but let's get into it. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. John Egan, as we know, is 32 years of age, and for me, I just can't really see this deal being one that Derby County go for. I feel like this is more of agent talk. Maybe John Egan wants to get out of Hull City. Maybe John Egan wants to go somewhere else, and for me, it just doesn't make much sense. You look at Derby County in that sort of defensive area. You've got obviously Danny Bart, who we've just brought in. You've got Sondre Langas, Curtis Nelson, Matt Clark, Jake Rooney, Ryan Niambi can slot in at centre-half, Craig Forsyth. We've got Eric Peters on trial who can play in that position as well. And for me, I just can't see with all those options why Derby County would want to bring in John Egan. Now, don't get me wrong. I think John Egan is a very, very good central defender. He's got a very good history on him. And as many of you will know, if you have read about John Egan, if you've watched John Egan, obviously was part of that Sheffield United side, which went all the way to the Premier League and did a really good job in the Premier League in that first season. Second season, not so much. And for me, I do think really it's not a disappointing link in my opinion, because I'm not going to turn around and say that John Egan isn't a good player, because in my opinion I do believe that he is. I think he's got a lot of quality and a lot of ability that is still there to be shown, and obviously 32 years old. I'm not going to say that he's too old to play, because obviously we've brought in Danny Bart, we've brought in Andreas Fireman, we're looking at Sam Morsey, who's a similar age. It's one of those where the deal could be a good one, and it's not that Derby County shouldn't make this deal, it's not that Derby County won't make this deal. I just don't see how it works in regards of that, of the depth we've already got, especially in that position. Now, we've got 25 squad slots, loans, goalkeepers, and over 21s. And if you think that with our potential centre-backs, you've got Langas, Nelson, Bart, Clark, Rooney, and then potentially John Egan, and I may have missed somebody. It doesn't really make much sense to have 6 central defenders taking up 6 squad slots, in my personal opinion. Now, some people may disagree, some people may not, but I think even if you play a back 3, you can have 5 and be okay. But obviously it is a little bit risky. I think you've always got to have that room to manoeuvre, and I think that's what you sort of need from the squad. Now, obviously, he can play left back, he can play right back, although not sort of his major position. He's spent pretty much the vast majority of his career playing central defence, and obviously playing right back and left back are very different positions to playing centre half. But we've seen Sondre Langas out at right back, we've seen Curtis Nelson out there. It's not that it's impossible, it just needs a little bit of work. Now, in my opinion, he's had a good career. He's played for the likes of Gillingham, Brentford, Sheffield United, obviously more recently Hull City and Burnley. Obviously spent time at Palace, Sunderland, Bradford City, I think was one of them as well. And he's had a decent career, a very good career. He's 32 years old. You can't disrespect what he's done in the game, and you can't disrespect his ability and what he's shown. And realistically, if I remember rightly, he had a big injury at some point, which cost him pretty much a season, if I remember rightly, which obviously wasn't great. And sort of since then, it's been sort of a little bit of a downhill slump. Now, does he still have the ability to play in the Championship? I personally do believe so. Obviously, Hull City do. That's why they gave him a 18-month deal with the chance of an extra year. But it will be interesting to see how this one does develop. For me, it's not one I'd particularly go for. And if I'm completely honest, I really do believe that it's agent talk. I don't necessarily believe in this deal, if I'm completely honest. I don't know why Derby County would make this move. It just isn't one that makes sense. If it was a left back, a right back, I'd maybe get it. If it was a winger, I'd understand. Maybe a central midfielder. But centre-back's not a position that Derby County really need to strengthen, in my opinion, because I think we have some really, really good players in there. And even with the three we've got available right now, I think we're in a good place. Like, I quite like Jake Rooney at centre-half. I quite like Craig Forsyth at centre-half. Obviously, you've then got Clark and Bart, who I've not really mentioned then. So, for me, Derby County have a good opportunity here, and I think there's some good players out there. I just don't necessarily believe that centre-half is a position that Derby County need to pursue. Although, if it's a 6-month loan, so that we can give the likes of Langas and the likes of Curtis Nelson the ability to be able to come back slowly so that they recover properly, then I've not got a problem with that. But on a permanent deal, something I'm not necessarily too keen on, especially considering that it probably would require a transfer fee to Hull City. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts down below, but for me, this one just doesn't really make much sense. So if you have not done so already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you in my next video. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.